Hi everyone. So this is What If. Obviously, I'm a little late. I had to switch this over to Tuesday just because of time constraints. I'm also going to be pre-recording my Who Would Win after this. So for Wednesday, just again because time constraints and my schedule is not permitting me to really do anything during the day. But anyway, What If? And this week's What If is a Star Wars What If, and it is the What if Obi Wan had killed Anakin / Vader on Mustafar? What if he had actually killed him in their fight? So how would that affect the Star Wars universe? How things have been different? So to start off, how did this scenario go? Well, it's not like I don't think Obi Wan would have been cruel or anything like, "Oh, I will kill." It's like, haha, shush. No, it would have been a mercy killing at that point. He would have known, he would have seen at least some of his friend maybe left in there. He's like, no, I can't let him die like that. So he might have used the Force to lift him up slightly, and then just end him. So at that point, Obi-Wan leaves. Now, but Anakin's dead, all that. Now, their fights were not. Here's the thing: their fights were not going on simultaneously. Yoda and Obi-Wan, or Yoda's and Obi-Wan's, with their respective opponents. Because if they were, Sidious probably would have felt a very big tremor in the Force, and that would have given Yoda the opening to actually kill him. But they weren't. As far as I could tell, they were not. So how that happen? How does that go on? Well, Obi-Wan goes, the twins are born, and they're separated, all that. With Sidious, it's a completely different scenario with Sidious because Vader was his apprentice. Vader was the one he was, fighting for and all that, and now he's gone, so now maybe he wasn't the chosen one, he feels, or something like that. He's going to be in a bit of state of remiss, anger, depression, and contemplation for a while. Now, I do believe he'll find some sort of other apprentice at some point, some way, some shape. Will they be as powerful as Vader? Given the Force users we see show up within the time of Rebels and between that and episode 4, 5, and 6, no, none of them are going to be even close to Vader. The closest one you could possibly say would be someone like Maul or maybe Ezra, who's kind of not even close. But someone like Maul, if he were able to reconcile with Maul, which I do not believe he would. But I'm certain he'd find someone, and through some training, years of training, things like that, they would definitely be powerful, but they'd be nowhere near on Vader's level. So you have that. Now, with Episode 4 events taking place, now I don't think much of the events between Episode 3 and Episode 4 would be much different, except two key differences. One with Rebels. Not Rebels. Well, yes, Rebels, but which is canon. Vader's not there. You got to still have the Inquisitors. I'm certain the Inquisitors are still there. But like with the Rebels who stole Death Star plans, we know Vader's in Star Wars Rogue One. We know he's probably gonna kill some of those guys. However, what I don't see with him gone, I don't see much changing. They might still die. Some of them might still live. They're still gonna get Death Star plans out. What is going to be a big difference is the fact that a lot of the Jedi that he killed during his time as Vader afterwards that survived the Order 66, those guys are still probably going to be around. At least maybe not all of them, but a lot more of them are going to be around. The Jedi are going to be in hiding now. So let's say for a second that there was and we know there were thousands of Jedi. Or at least hundreds and hundreds, maybe a couple thousand. Let's say, for sake there was 2,000 Jedi, and after Order 66, there was maybe, I don't know, when all is said and done by Episode 4 standards, there was maybe 5 Jedi left in the galaxy altogether. Because besides Obi-Wan and Yoda, I think there might have been 1 or 2 other ones that were, again, in hiding. I think. I don't know the lore. This is one I didn't do a full research on. I'll do it again for other ones, but this one because I had to rush this one out. But there might have been. Point being, yeah. Let's say out of the 2,000 that were, there's 5 left. In this case, out of the 2,000 that were, there's maybe 50 left. It's still cut down to cinders. But it's not as that speck of hope left in the galaxy is just a little bit larger. However, a good comparison I once heard of it is that they would still remain hidden because think of the Force as space. You see all the stars as Force users. It's bright. There's so many. When there's less and less, the sky gets darker and darker, and it's easier to pinpoint each new Force user or each Force user. So they have to remain hidden and suppressed. But they're still around, at least some of them. I mean, some of them probably die of old age and pass on with the Force and stuff like that, but still, they're still around. So, with Episode 4, the events pretty much stay the same. The difference is the Vader role is not played by whatever this apprentice's role is. I mean, he'd still be a Lord of the Sith, but, you know, he wouldn't be anywhere on, like, let's say he'd probably be like half Vader's strength. So he'd still be a pretty powerful foe and pretty feared, but nowhere near as dangerous as some other ones. So then most of the events of Episode 4 play out the same. I think Obi Wan still sacrifices himself to teach you Luke, and then, yeah, that happens. Now, in Episode 5, however, Empire Strikes Back, there's going to be some differences happening. The events play out mostly the same up until he gets to Dagobah. When he gets to Dagobah, he's not going to just find Yoda there. Well, he's going to find... Yeah, he's not going to just find Yoda there. When Yoda says, like, teach him, we will. A couple, like 2 or 3 other Jedi Masters, former Jedi Masters, come out. They're older, they're grizzled. I do believe the Obi-Wan would reach out through the Force, being a Force ghost, transcended, to these former Jedi Masters and say, you must go to Dagobah to teach the Chosen One. So, I do believe, and yeah, Luke would possibly be the Chosen One at this point, to teach the son of Skywalker. He is our last hope. And so these guys would all meet Yoda and Dagobah. They would all confirm, and then they would wait for Luke and have Yoda interact and all that. So, Luke would be getting trained from 3 to 4 different standpoints in the Force, probably different masters of different crafts. Yoda would be training him probably in the major uses of the Force, like just sensing the Force channels and stuff. A couple, like, not Cyphodeus, Syndralog, maybe he survived, who knows. But one of them would probably be helping Luke with his fencing form. One of them may be helping Luke with hand-to-hand combat, one of them would meditate. They'd all be teaching him in different crafts, different forms, from different points of view, so he'd be a much more rounded Jedi. He would be a Jedi Knight at that point. He would probably be of the level he was a Jedi at that point. From having training from 3 to 4 different Jedi sources, I truly believe he would be on Return of the Jedi level Luke. So when he gets the vision, he would still go to them. However, the difference being is that when he gets there, he's got the blue lightsaber, and then the fight ensues, and it doesn't truly overwhelm his opponent, but I do think that in the long run, he comes out on top. He wins in that fight and kills that Sith Lord, and goes and they go after and look for Han and everything like that. So then the events of Return of the Jedi take place. I'm trying to remember how long it was between those 2 movies. I think I know it had been at least a year or 2, maybe 3, maybe. So in that time, Luke's got trained even further. Now he's definitely not like whatever he is in the new series 7, 8, and 9, but he's increased strength. Palpatine's probably found another one, maybe a former Inquisitor or something along those lines is a Force user or something along those lines, or as he's trying to persuade Skywalker. He they go rescue Han, that all goes fine. He goes to meet Yoda real quick, Yoda and a couple of the other Jedi Masters, and then they all just basically say what Yoda says. Yeah, you have no more training. You are Jedi. You are, and they basically hold their lightsabers and just christened him the Jedi Knight, and now he goes, and he's not, I wouldn't say he's full Jedi, he's definitely not a Jedi Master yet, because he still had much to learn, but he would be a very powerful Jedi Knight at this point. Is he powerful enough to go take on the Emperor? Well, no. How that would work, I think it still would work that they would go on the Force mode of Endor. Luke would surrender himself, but it would be Luke and I think a couple more former Jedis. It's like, our time has passed. And I think that's a conversation they'd have like on Dagobah at some point, where it's like, our time has passed. You are no, I can't do it. I'm strong as I am. I can't do it alone. If this really is your final time, then join me in one last fight against the darkness or something like that. They would all look at each other with the other Sith Lord Knights like, we have been spending a lot of years like honing our skills and stuff. This might be very well our days are already numbered. However, he makes a point. Why not? So when Luke goes and surrenders himself, Palpatine's trying to seduce him, and all of a sudden, Admiral Akbar's voice just screams through the space through space into the Death Star, and they all just go, "It's a trap!" All of a sudden, 3 to 10, I don't know, 5 to 10 former Jedi Masters, including Yoda, come at, cut down the guards and said, "At an end, your rule is." He's like, Master Yoda, how unexpected. And now he's just seething in rage. "You will pay, boy!" Lightning, and then the fight commences. And I could go into a whole different description of the fight probably would be, but if I already guessed how the fight generally is, I think in the long term they would eventually take down Palpatine. Now, if you want to go with Legends canon, then Palpatine ends up coming back, but we're not going to go with Legends canon. Palpatine is taken down. A couple of good few of those Jedi Masters are slain, including Master Yoda. I mean, maybe he lives through the fight, but he dies after the fight and passes on through the Force. And then, that being said, I don't see the events of Force Awakens being exceedingly different. I do believe Kylo Ren would still be seduced by Snoke. It just would have been different means he would have been seduced by. And other than that, I don't see anything really different, except the fact Luke still has his hand. Luke still has his right hand, so that's about the only thing I see different. Other than that, though, yeah, that's my what if Obi Wan had killed Vader. There's a lot of repercussions when you think, step on a butterfly, destroys a city in the future. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. I'll be back in a little bit with my Who Would Win. I'll be back in a little bit. It'll be up tomorrow. I'm just pre-recording it right now. So thanks for watching. See you later.